Hey everybody, I'm trying something a little bit different today. History Maker Baseball. Been doing the 87 Braves replay. I've also tinkered around and starting to get things possibly going for my 2016 fictional set. But then I also thought about, what about minor league baseball? I live in a minor league town and grew up watching the minor league baseball. So that was part of my childhood. But this is actually only going back 15 years. Decided to go back to when I was a season ticket holder in the 2002 season here in the International League. It's an East Coast league, obviously. AAA affiliates of a lot of the major league teams. And being that I'm from Richmond, Virginia, the Richmond Braves at the time were the AAA team of the Atlanta Braves. And I was a season ticket holder. And I kept very good records back then. And I still have a lot of the media guides and programs and so forth. I even went so far as to keep a notebook on it. And I'll bring the notebook out. I've even got my ticket, opening day ticket there. Game notes and so forth. And I've got that for all the games. And I also pulled out the scorecard, or not the scorecard, but my score sheet of the game itself. The Braves actually won the game 5-3 in real life. It was played on April 4th, 2002. And also have the insert from the program that has the starting lineups, or the rosters from each team, I should say. There's for Richmond. And their opening day opponent, the Durham Bulls, Tampa Bay's AAA affiliate, has their roster. Durham was managed by veteran manager Bill Evers. Joe Coleman was their pitching coach, and Richie Hebner was the batting coach. All right, let's meet the starting lineups for each team. Oh, and before I do that, I also researched from the media guides and found all the umpires from that season. And so I made up a whole bunch of umpire cards for the 2002 International League season. So I picked out 4. I don't know who the actual 4 were for the game, but I picked out 4. For this game, at home plate is Bob Bainter. At first base is Troy Blades. Second base umpire is Darren Spagnardi. And at third base is J.T. Thomas. They were all actual International League umpires in 2002. So starting lineups for the Durham Bulls, and some of these guys you may recognize as they made the major leagues. Some did not, but this was the opening day lineup as played on opening day, verified by my score sheet. Leading off and playing center field is Ryan Friel. Batting second, playing left field, is Carl Crawford. Hitting third and playing third base is Damian Rolls. Batting cleanup, playing first base, Brian Hunter. Yes, this is the same Brian Hunter that played for Atlanta back in the 90s. Jared Sandberg is the DH. He hits fifth. Emil Brown is in right field, hitting sixth. Veteran catcher Sal Fasano is batting seventh. Andy Sheets at second base will hit eighth. And shortstop Wilmy Caceres will bat ninth. That is the lineup for the Durham Bulls. Now, unfortunately, I don't have any pictorial representations of them, but I do have them of Richmond. So, Richmond Braves managed by former Atlanta Braves manager Freddie Gonzalez. They will start off. Leading off in center field is Damon Hollins. Batting second, playing shortstop, Ramon Castro. Hitting third, playing first base, I believe it was a former Met, Matt Franco. Batting cleanup in right field is Ozzie Timmons. Batting fifth, playing first base, Tim Unroe. Batting sixth, the left fielder, Travis Wilson. Batting seventh at third base, Mike Hessman. Batting eighth, catching, Steve Torrealba, or as I like to call him, Terrible Alba, because he wasn't very good. And at second base, utility infielder Chris Peterson. And on the mound for the Braves will be veteran Doug Linton. So Doug Linton is your starting pitcher for the Braves. Starting pitcher for the Durham Bulls will be Travis Harper. And again, these are the actual starting lineups. Now, the qualities, pitching-wise, certainly favor Richmond because Doug Linton, by his stats, is a semi-ace flash with double control. Harper, by his stats, struggler workman flash with double control. So you would think initially that the advantage would go to Richmond, but that's why you play the game. And in History Maker Baseball, anything can happen. All right, well, I'm going to call both teams to be in harmony because of the fact it's opening day. And the Diamond, the ballpark here in Richmond, plays semi-big to both righties and lefties. So Ryan Friel, the center fielder, leads off against Doug Linton. It's a 2-4-5. 2-4-5 is blank for the pitcher. Is he a hero? Is Ryan Friel a hero? He's a semi-hero, but the decider die says no. So he's going to pop it up to second, and there's one away, so the decider die cost him early. That result was in red. As you can see there, 2-4-5, that result was in red on the pop-up to second. We'll go to the experience chart for the next at-bat. Carl Crawford is the next batter. Linton's an icon. Crawford, at this point, was neutral. It's a 6-6. There's the pitch. It's a drive to center field fence. So we have a fence check for Carl Crawford. Crawford is not listed as with any power. He's neutral on his power. So we'll go to the other chart here. He's going to get either a double, a triple, or a 6 would be a home run based on the other chart here. It's a 1, so it's a double for Carl Crawford. He hits a 1-out double. And the Bulls might be in business here in the top of the first. Brings up the third baseman, Damian Rolls. We get a 4-5-6. It's blank for the pitcher. And it says, is he patient? Damian Rolls is actually semi-eager, so he's not patient. He will fly out to center. That's out number 2. Out number 2, and that result was in purple. Chemistry chart, both teams are harmonious. And Brian Hunter, cleanup hitter, will be batting off that harmony chart, or chemistry chart. It is a 4-5. 4-5 says batting team harmony. Yes, focus batter waits on pitch for a walk. So instead of grounding out, he was focused enough to wait it out, draw the walk. 2 on, 2 outs for Jared Sandberg. DH today. 3-4-5. 3-4-5 iron catcher. Toriyaba is semi-iron, but decider die says no. Does he have a good eye? No, he does not, so he will strike out. So Sandberg with the whiff to end the top of the first. That result was in blue, so we will be going to the right now chart. Even though both pitcher and batter have not had any activity yet, they will be neutral, of course, as Travis Harper faces off against Damon Hollins. It's a 4-5. Says cold batter. No, he's not. He's neutral. So it's a ground out to first. He would have struck out, but instead he grounds to first. One away as taken in over there by Brian Hunter. So Hollins is gone. That'll bring up Ramon Castro, the shortstop. Castro, 2-4. Blank for the pitcher. Is he a hero? No, he's not a hero. So he will pop up to second, and that again is in red. So we will be going to the experience chart. Matt Franco is an icon, and Harper is neutral. It is a 2-5. 2-5 says icon batter. Yes. Anticipates pitch, chops single past the shortstop. So Matt Franco with a 2-out single. That will bring up Ozzie Timmons. Ozzie Timmons. It's a 3-4-5, which is asking about an iron catcher, but Fasano is not iron. Does he have a good eye? No, he does not. It's a strikeout, and that will end the inning. So nothing doing for either team here in the first. That result was in blue, so again, we will be going to the right now chart. And in the right now chart, Linton is hot, or semi-hot, because he struck out Sandberg. And Brown will be neutral because he has not come to the plate yet. So it's a semi-hot pitcher against a neutral batter. And we got a 6-6 with a hot pitcher. Says hot batter. No, he's neutral. It would have been a home run had he been a hot batter. Instead, it's a drive with a fence check. So Emil Brown's still going to get something going here. He's a semi-slugger. So a semi-slugger has a chance. If the dot comes up, he'll be a slugger. If not, he'll be in the other category. The dot did not come up, but it's a 6. And that's a so a home run to lead off the top of the second by right fielder Emil Brown. And the Durham Bulls grab a 1-0 lead here at the Diamond. So it's a 1-0 lead on that solo shot. And that'll bring up the catcher, Sal Fasano, veteran catcher. 1-1-6. Is he fresh? Yes, we're only in second inning, so he is fresh. It is a strikeout for out number 1. So Fasano with the whiff. Here's Andy Sheets. It's a 1-2-4, asking does the pitcher have control. He's got double control. So that means on a double control, I do believe that means 2 ground outs in a row, if I remember the rule book correctly. Or is that when you, I take that back. That's only when you have the double control on the book itself. Double control just means he obviously has control. So it's a ground out to short for out number 2. You only get those 2 outs when the book specifically calls for that double quality. All right, so 2 outs, base is empty. Runs already in for Wilmy Caceres, shortstop. It's a 2-5-6. Is he a struggler? No. Is he a champion or patient? He is neither. So we have infield drama. Infield drama. And for the Braves, Hessman is semi-iron. Peterson is semi-gold. So we do need the decider die. Well, they're both neutral now. 6-6 on the infield chart. First baseman, gold. No, he's not. Bungled play, batter safe at first on an error. So Unruh just booted it. And that will allow Caceres to reach on the E3. Keeps the inning going. Back to the top of the order for Ryan Friel. He popped a second his first time up. It's a 2-2-6. Batter hit by pitch? No. Decider die says he's not. Is he the cleanup batter? No, he's not. He's going to fly to left. And that's going to end the inning. But Durham picks up a run thanks to the Emil Brown homer. And we go to the bottom of the first with the score Durham 1, Richmond 0. And Tim Unruh, who just made that error, will be leading off the bottom of the second. So 1-3-6. Is he an ace? No. Is the batter whiffer or cold? No, he's not. So we have infield drama. Oh, I'll take that back. My bad. Almost missed it. Unruh is a whiffer. So since he's a whiffer, he will strike out. Got ahead of myself there. Unruh was a whiffer, so he struck out. Here is Travis Wilson. 2-6-6. Nobody on first to be thrown out. He's not the leadoff batter. So it is a fly to right. 2 down, 2 up, 2 down, and Mike Hessman, third baseman, the batter. And so far, Harper is doing well as a starter. 2-3-3. Is he an ace or a star? No, he's not. Is the batter a slugger? Hessman is a home run king, but not a slugger. So he's going to fly to center. And that's going to end the inning. So nothing doing for Richmond here in the bottom of the second. We go to the top of the third. Durham still holds a 1-0 lead. And that will bring up Carl Crawford to lead things off. He doubled his first time up. 5-6-6. 5-6-6. Is the pitcher wild? No. Does the batter have a good eye? No, he doesn't. It's a strikeout. So Crawford down on strikes. That result was in blue. So we go to the right now chart, and semi-hot pitcher Linton with the strikeout, and a neutral batter rolls. 1-4, 1-4, cold batter. No, he's not a cold batter. So instead of striking out, he's going to fly to center instead. And that's 2 away. Back to the standard portion of the book. And Brian Hunter walked his first time up. So 3-5-6, that's the left-right check. Hunter is a right-handed batter. Linton is a right-handed pitcher. So that is the strikeout. That's the one left-right check in the game. Comes up a couple of times, more often than you might think. And Hunter fell victim to that. So we go to the bottom of the third, still 1-0 Durham. And Steve Toralba, or Terrible Alba as I call him. 136. Is he an ace? Harper is not an ace. Is he whiffer or cold? He is a semi-whiffer, but the sire die says no. So now we will go to infield drama for Durham. And on their infield, Sheets is semi-gold. Everybody else is neutral. So Sheets would be gold if he's called upon, the second baseman. 5-6. 5-6 says first baseman gold. Nope. He's neutral. So ball sails over first baseman's head. Batter safe at first on an error. So we're going to call that an error on Rolls, the third baseman. We'll say it's an E5 on the throw. So Rolls commits the error. Allows Toralba to reach. Brings up second baseman Chris Peterson. That's a 1-1-4. Is he fresh? Yes, he is. It's a ground ball to short. And that is quickly a double play. 6-4-3 for 2 quick outs. And now here's Damon Hollins. Hollins grounded to Hunter his first time up. 2-2-5. 2-2-5. Is he a star? No. Is he slugger or sad sack? He's a semi-slugger, but the sire die says no. So he will single to center field, and if he's active, he will steal. Well, he's semi-active, so we got to re-engage the decider die. He is active this time, so he will steal. So Damon Hollins with a 2-out single, and then steals second base. Gets in scoring position for Ramon Castro. Castro, a 4.66. Is the pitcher wild? No, he's got double control. Is he a home run king or a slugger? He is neither. So he's going to single to left field. And an active runner will steal. So the single will score Damon Hollins from second on a lead die of 4. And that ties the ball game. And since he is semi-active and the decider die says he's active, that's going to be a stolen base. So they are abusing Sal Fasano back there with 2 steals in a row. We got a tie ball game at 1 apiece, and Matt Franco, the batter. 2-3-6 for Matt Franco. Double control. Yes, he does have double control. It's a ground out to the pitcher. It would have been 2 outs consecutively, but there were already 2 outs in the inning, so it didn't matter. But the Braves tie it with a run here in the bottom of the third. After 3 complete, we are tied at 1 apiece. And Jared Sandberg, the DH, steps to the plate. He's certainly got a little bit of time with Tampa. 1-3-5, that is the unusual play. And with a red 1 and a black 5, that is balks and bogeys. So we'll go to balks and bogeys and see what happens on a balk and a bogey. It's a 2-6. 2-6 says batter checks swing, but umpire rules strikeout. Lenient home plate umpire lets the batter continue for ball 3. The home plate umpire is Bob Bainter. He is not lenient, so the strikeout is going to stand as a check swing is called a strike. And Sandberg strikes out for the second time. He's 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. As Sandberg is out of there for Emil Brown. He homered his first time up for the only Durham run so far. It's a 1-4-5. Is he a struggler? No, it's going to be a ground ball to third. Hessman will handle it easily. 2 away for Sal Fasano. 1-4-4. Does he have flash? Yes, Doug Linton does have flash, so it is a strikeout. However, they do have the goggles here, and it says questionable or lenient umpire calls ball 4. Well, Bainter is not questionable, nor is he lenient, so the strikeout will stand, and Fasano is out of there. Nothing doing for Durham in the 4th. We go to the bottom of the 4th, still tied 1-1. And for Linton, he's got 6 strikeouts already in 4 innings, so he's doing very well, other than a home run to Emil Brown. All right, here's Ozzie Timmons to lead off the bottom of the 4th. He struck out his first time up. 4-5-6. Is he patient? The pitcher's blank. Is he patient? No, he's not. It's a fly to center. 1 away, and that result was in purple. So we go to the chemistry chart. Both teams, again, are harmonious. 2-6. Batting team harmony. Yes, they are. Fired up batter chops the single. So Unrow chops a 1-out single. And that will bring up Travis Wilson. So they fired up for opening day, and he got the single. Here's Travis Wilson. 2-4-6 for Wilson. 2-4-6. Control pitcher. Yes, he is. It's a ground ball back to the pitcher. And that's going to be a fielder's choice. So we'll call it a 1-6 fielder's choice for out number 2. Wilson will take over at first base with 2 outs for Mike Hessman. Hessman, 2-5-6. Is he a struggler? Yes, he is a struggler, actually. Travis Harper, with his original card by his stats, was a workman and a struggler. So he will walk Mike Hessman. And that walk will move Wilson up to second base. Runners at first and second with 2 outs for Steve Torrealba. And we get a 2-3-4. And that's runners on base, plate drama. Yes, there are runners on base, so we do have plate drama. And Fasano's neutral catcher. It's a 1-5. 1-5 says catcher Gold. No, he's not Gold. If he was, he would hold on to the ball pitch for a ball in the dirt. Otherwise, it's a pass ball. So we got a pass ball on Fasano. And that's going to move the runners to second and third. Pass ball on Fasano. That result was also in red, so now we're going to the experience chart. And both Torrealba and Harper are neutral. On the experience chart, go over there, there we go, experience chart. 2-2. 2-2 on the experience chart. Prospect pitcher, no. If he was, the batter would belt it for a fence check, otherwise it's a pop-up to the pitcher. So Torrealba pops it right up to Harper to end the inning. And nothing doing for the Braves in the 4th. We go to the 5th. It's still tied 1-1. And Andy Sheets will lead things off. Both pitchers are semi-fresh at the moment. Sheets, a 4.66. Is the pitcher wild? No. Is he a home run king or a slugger? Andy Sheets is a slugger. So he will strike out. That is strikeout number 7. For Linton. That'll bring up Wilmy Caceres, shortstop. 2-4-5 for Caceres. Blank for the pitcher. Is he a hero? No, he's not. So he's going to pop it up to second. That's out number 2. And that result was in red, so we're going right back to the mini chart of player experience. Linton is an icon, and Friel is neutral. Rolls a 5-6. Icon pitcher. Yes, he is. Full batter with off-speed pitch. Sky high pop up to the shortstop to end the 5th inning. So the KG Linton gets the pop-up of Friel to end the 5th. We go to the bottom of the 5th, still tied at 1. And Chris Peterson, second baseman, will lead things off. He get into a double play his first time up. It's a 5-6-6. Is he wild? No. Is he have a good eye? No, he doesn't. So he will strike out. So Ryan Friel with a strikeout, and that results in blue. So now that we're in the 5th, that means the decider die is no longer needed. Travis Harper is a hot pitcher, and Damon Hollins is a hot batter because he singled his last at bat. So we got a hot pitcher against a hot batter. 5-6. 5-6 hot pitcher shows best stuff. Retire side, alternating ground out and fly out. So Damon Hollins is going to ground out to short for out number 2. Castro will fly to right to end the 5th. So Travis Harper, despite having the struggler and workman qualities, is doing very well for himself, going toe-to-toe with the veteran Linton. And we are tied at 1 as we head to the 6th. And Carl Crawford. This is the last inning for either pitcher to be semi-fresh. It's a 3-6-6 for Crawford. Blank for the pitcher. He's not a pinch hitter, so it's going to fly to center. And there's one away for Damian Rolls. Damian Rolls, 2-3-3. Ace or a star. He is a semi-ace. The sire die says he's an ace. So it means it's a ground out to the shortstop. Castro for out number 2. Brings up Brian Hunter. 5, 6, 6. We've had that a couple times. Is he wild? No. Is it a good eye? No. It's a strikeout. So strikeout number 8 for Linton through 6 innings. And we go to the bottom of the 6th, still tied at 1. That result was in blue, so we're going to the right now chart. And on the right now chart, looking at previous at-bats, Franco is neutral, and so is the pitcher, Harper. So neutral against neutral. There were no hits and no strikeouts in their last at-bats. So neutral against neutral. So 1-4. 1-4 says cold batter, swings at a bad pitch for a strikeout. He's not a cold batter, so he will fly to center instead. So Franco flies out to center, out number 1. And that will bring up Ozzie Timmons, the right fielder. 0 for 2, struck out and fly to center. So 1-4-6. Does the pitcher have flash? Yes, he does. Harper gets the strikeout of Timmons because he does not have a good eye. So the strikeout will be good. 2 down, nobody on for Tim Unroe. Unroe, 2-2-4. Pitching at home. No, Harper's on the road. Is Unroe a slugger? Yes, he is a slugger. So that's a double to left field for Tim Unroe. He's 2 for 3. He does have the error, but his last 2 at-bats, he's singled and doubled. As I got this frog in my throat for some reason. Maybe too many videos in one day. All right, here's Travis Wilson, left fielder. 2-4-5. Blank for the pitcher. Is he a hero? Travis Wilson is a semi-hero. Decisive says he's a hero. It's a single to left. Base runner, active runner scores from second on any hit. Tim Unroe, however, is not active. He's semi-stoic. And there's no consideration for there being 2 outs. So it's going to be a base hit, but Unroe will not be able to score. He will have to hold. So runners are at the corners with 2 outs. And Mike Hessman, the batter. Hessman is 0 for 1 with a walk. It's a 4-5-6. 4-5-6 is blank for the pitcher. Is he patient? No, he's not. So he's going to fly to center. And the inning is over. So we have played 6 complete here at the Diamond, and the score is Durham 1 and Richmond 1. That result was in purple. So the top of the 7th will begin on the chemistry chart with Jared Sandberg. So both teams again harmonious. It's a 2-5. 2-5. Pitching team dissonance. No, they're not dissonance. They are harmonious. So it's a fly to right, handled by Timmons, 1 away. And here's Emil Brown. He's responsible for the only run for Durham so far with that homer. 1-2-6. 1-2-6. Is he fresh? No, they lost all freshness qualities when he started the 7th. So he's not fresh. Is the batter a sad sack? No, he's not. It's a single. So Emil Brown gets a single. 1-out single. That was in blue, so we're going to the right now chart. And since he gave up that hit, Linton is now cold. Fasano struck out his last time up. He is cold. So we got cold pitcher and cold batter. And it's a 1-3. 1-3 says cold pitcher. Hanging pitch smacked into center field for a single. So that's a base hit for Fasano. And Brown will stop at second base. 2 on, 1 out. And they might have something cooking. The Richmond bullpen is starting to loosen. As lefty Ray Beasley is loosening down there. Right now it's Andy Sheets. Andy Sheets. 3-6-6. Blank for the pitcher. Is he a pinch hitter? No, it's a fly to center. And there's 2 away. And it's up to number 9 hitter, Wilmy Caceres. 1-6-6. Is the pitcher a workman? No, he's not. Is the batter a whiffer? He's a semi-whiffer. Decisive says he's a whiffer, so it's a strikeout. And the inning is over. And I believe that's now 9 strikeouts for Linton. As he tosses 7 innings, and that's going to do it for him on opening day. They're not going to let him go any further than that. And I imagine Harper, this will be his last inning as well. So we go to the bottom of the 7th. 7th inning stretch, and we're tied at 1. Steve Torrealba leads things off. 1-2-6. Is he fresh? No, because when in the 7th, you lose all freshness. Is he a sad sack? No, he's not. He's going to single past second base for a base hit. So that is a single, and that result is in blue, which means you would normally go to the right now chart, but we're going to override that because the Braves want to do a sacrifice bunt with the light-hitting Chris Peterson. So the bunt attempt is on. If he rolls a 1, then he beats it out for a base hit. If he rolls a 2, 3, 4, or 5, it's a good sacrifice. If he rolls a 6, then it could be an unsuccessful sacrifice. It's a 5, so it's a good sacrifice. And we'll say the runner is out 3 to 4, or the batter is out 3 to 4, as Torrealba goes to second base with 1 out. And that brings up Damon Hollins. Bill Evers thinking about going to his bullpen, but going to stick with Harper for one more batter at least. 1-2-6. Is he fresh? No, he's not. Is he a sad sack? No, he's not. It's a single. And one lead die of 1. Runners advance 1 base on hits. Active runner scores from second on any hit. Torrealba is not active. There are not 2 outs, so Torrealba will have to stop at third. Ramon Castro, and that's going to do it for Travis Harper. Bill Evers has seen enough. Travis Harper gave more than what they thought they would get out of him. But time to go to the bullpen. So with Castro coming up, he's a right-handed hitter. They're going to go to their one of their right-handed relievers. Let's see who that's going to be. Looks like it's going to be. Well, the better relievers are usually. Well, no, we'll go to Lance Carter. Lance Carter has star quality, semi-flash, and double control. So they're going with their best right-handed setup man, and that is Lance Carter. So Lance Carter will come in and face Ramon Castro with runners at the corners and 1 out. Infield's double play depth trying to turn 2. So 1-2-6. Is he fresh? Yes, he is. It's a line out to second, and that's out number 2. It'll be up to Matt Franco now. Franco, the batter, facing Carter. 2-3-4. Plate drama. Yes, there are runners on base, so we do have plate drama. And this could be interesting. Sal Fasano is a neutral catcher. So 1. Wild pitcher. No, he's not a wild pitcher, so it's over for a strike, which sends us to the umpire chart. And with the runners on first and third, right here, runners at first and third, and the umpires could have an impact on this game. It is a 4-5. 4-5 says strict umpire at first. Troy Blaze is the first base umpire. He is not strict. He's respected and lenient, so he is not strict. If he was strict, batter out despite late throw. Other umpires call runner safe. Runners advance either case. So if he was strict, the batter would be out despite the late throw, but the throw was late, so he called it correctly, being safe, and that will give the Braves the lead on the infield single by Matt Franco. And that will score Torrealba. Braves lead it 2-1 here in the bottom of the 7th. So fortunately for the Braves, Troy Blades was not strict. He was lenient and let that base hit go. So here's Ozzie Timmons now. It's a 1-4-5 for Timmons. Is the pitcher struggling? No, it's a ground ball to third, and that's going to end the inning. So the 7th inning is done, but the Braves pick up a run on that infield single. And after 7 complete, it is Richmond 2 and Durham 1. And now we will go to the bullpen for Richmond, Freddie Gonzalez. Doug Linton has given him 7 strong, so it's time to turn it over to the pen. And coming up for the Bulls is the top of their order, Ray Beasley, who's a semi-ace with control, lefty. He's in there. He will face top of the order, Friel, Crawford, and Rolls. He will be an ace and a half this first at bat. And it's a 3-6-6. 3-6-6. He's not a pinch hitter. He's fly to center. So Friel is out as Beasley retires him 1 away. I'll bring up Crawford, lefty on lefty matchup. It's a 1-4-6. Does he have flash? No, he doesn't. Is the batter a champion? No, he isn't. So it's a ground out to second. 2 down, and that'll bring up Damian Rolls, third baseman. That's a 1-2-3, both flash and fresh. He doesn't have the flash quality, so we skip down to a ground out to short. And that's going to end the top of the 8th. And Beasley does his job as a setup man. So we go to the bottom of the 8th, still 2-1. And we want to see if Bill Evers might go to his bullpen again or just leave Carter out there. I think they might just leave Carter out there, and they will. So we're going to let Carter go a second inning. And he's going to be facing Tim Unroe, the first baseman. Tim Unroe will lead things off, followed by Travis Wilson and Mike Hessman. So 1-1-6. Is he fresh? It's the second inning of work, so he's semi-fresh, but the decider die says he's fresh. So it is a strikeout. Unroe is gone. Here's Travis Wilson. Wilson, a 1-4-5. Is he a struggler? No, it's a ground ball to third. That's 2 away very quickly for Mike Hessman. Mike Hessman. 1-3-6. Is he an ace? No. He's a star, but he's not an ace. Is the batter whiffer or cold? He is a whiffer. Hessman's a whiffer, so he will strike out. And the inning is over. We played 8 complete from the diamond here in Richmond. The score, Richmond 2, Durham 1. And Freddie Gonzalez mulling over if they might bring in a closer. Their closer. They didn't really have one early in the season that I'm aware of. So I'm not sure who they're going to go to here in this case. See who they have available. Looking now to see if there's anybody better than Beasley out there. Looks like they have... well, not a whole lot going for them. They're going to go... actually, they're going to go with another lefty. Another lefty, John Foster. He's got the semi-flash quality. So Foster... oh, wrong slot. Foster will be in there. And he'll be facing 4, 5, and 6 hitters, Hunter, Sandberg, and Brown, to try to close this game out for the Braves and Linton. Here's Hunter, and Foster is an ace this first at bat. 1-1-1. That's a good thing he's an ace, because when you roll triple ones, it's almost guaranteed to be a homer unless the pitcher's an ace. So in this case, it's a good thing they did bring in the reliever, or it would have been a tying home run. But the fact he's an ace, it's a ground ball to third. So had Beasley still been in there, Hunter would have just tied the ball game. So Freddie Gonzalez made the right move, going to the bullpen. 1 away, and here's Jared Sandberg. Bill Evers not happy about it, but can't do anything about it. Here's Sandberg. 1-1-6. 1-1-6. Is he fresh? Yes, he is. That's a strikeout. That's another advantage of bringing in a reliever, is he's fresh. All right, so there's 2 outs. It's up to Emil Brown. Last chance, Emil Brown. Although he did homer in the second inning for the only Durham run. Could he do it again? 4-5-5. Does the pitcher have flash? Desire Die says no, he does not. Is he a home run king? He's a semi-slugger, but he's not a home run king. So he's going to ground out to first, and that's the ball game. So close yet so far away. And the Richmond Braves defeat the Durham Bulls on opening day by the score of 2-1. It wasn't the exact score from the real game, which was 5-3. But, and actually in the real game, Foster was the setup man and Grabowski was the closer. But Grabowski must have been a late addition because he wasn't even on the roster. Yeah, he was. I just didn't make a card for him, apparently. Maybe I skipped him over and forgot to make a card for him. That's highly possible. I'll have to update a card for Grabowski if I'm going to keep playing this. But it went with Foster anyway to close it, and it worked out. And like I said, it was 5-3 in the real game. It was 49 degrees that day, so it was pretty cool. Let's see, it started at 1:58, ended at 4, so that would make it 2 hours and 2 minutes. So pretty fast game. Of course, minor league games back then, most of them weren't televised, so didn't have that to deal with. But that's the way it goes. So Harper took the loss in the real game. Linton got the win in the real game. Linton only went 6 innings, though, and Harper only went 5. But either way, I mean, I'm not trying to play it exactly like they did in real life, but I at least wanted to use the starting lineups as best I could. So that's History Maker Baseball minor league style. Like I said, I'm kind of torn between whether I want to try to do something with this minor league thing or the fictional league. I can't do both. I don't have time to do both and the 87 Braves. That's just way too much. So I've got to determine what I want to do. And I've gotten the stats for all the other teams in the International League all done up. I just have to make the cards for them. But I've got the stats down. I don't have the ratings. I have to rate them and type them into the cards to fill them all out. There are, I believe, 14 teams in the International League, or it might be 12. I'm trying to remember. I think it's actually 12. There's 3 4-team divisions, so there's 12 teams. So, and then I can always, just play one team and then let the instant results chart go by the win-loss record to fill out the rest. I believe Durham won the Governor's Cup in 2002. I know they won the division, and the Braves were the wild card team, but they lost in the playoffs. And I want to say that Durham beat Buffalo in the finals, but I'd have to look it up for sure. I don't have that information in front of me at the moment. But anyway, that was a relatively smooth game. Like I said, the players' ratings were coming off the ratings book that I got from Play.com based on their stats. Now the fielding stats and the stats as far as being an icon and whatnot, those I kind of had to come up with on my own because I didn't have that information. I didn't take the time to. And when you're talking minor league, I mean, most guys are going to be prospects, but I try to make everybody neutral except for the guys that have been around a long time. Try to make them icons. So that's it from here. Hope everybody enjoyed that game of History Maker Baseball. That's one of the great things about History Maker Baseball is you can create your own teams, your own universe. You can make up teams, little league teams, softball teams, whatever you want, and just play it out here on the board. Or you can use major league teams or combination thereof. Like I said, I've got the fictional set I got from Play.com last year that has the infamous Skiddy Marks and PP Riders in it along with other teams. So I could pursue that, or I could pursue finishing off this International League by creating the other 10 teams and typing them in the Excel sheet to get those printed out and done. And I've got all the box scores, so I can know who, at least in the month of April, who their starters were and who was on the rosters at a certain time, and then let the game engine take it from there. Don't have to be exact. That's part of the thing about History Maker Baseball. You're not necessarily going for exactness because you're rewriting your own history. So, but at least on opening day, or opening couple games, I like to keep it pretty close to the vest. So that's it from here. Final score again, Richmond 2, Durham 1. And hopefully you guys enjoy minor league baseball. I don't know if you live in a town that has minor league baseball, but the odds are that you probably do as opposed to a major league city. And minor league ball is, you can get close to the players. You get in relatively inexpensive. And it's usually good entertainment and decent baseball. It's usually pretty good baseball. Guys aren't prima donnas. They hustle for the most part because they're trying to get to the major leagues. They're not, not just taking it for granted. So you get to see a lot of hustle. May not be a lot of, the best talent, but still pretty good baseball and a good experience. Nothing like seeing baseball live. I mean, TV is one thing, but being there at the ballpark with a hot dog and something to drink is usually a nice experience, keeping score while you're watching the game and all that good stuff. But that's pretty much all I got from here now. After this, I didn't want to do it live because I've done many other live games today. I've already done 2 live, so didn't want to overflow everything or overrun everybody with videos. So I'm recording this on the Saturday before Mother's Day. I'm not sure if I'm going to post it tomorrow or a couple days from now or what I'm going to do. Kind of want to space these things out, so like I said, so you're not getting overloaded. But I do want to present some different variety of opportunities of things to see on the channel, games to see on the channel, whether it be replay baseball, history maker baseball, payoff pitch, status pro. Even played a game of APA not that long ago, so different opportunities there. Like I said, with Strat, once the May Madness is over, I'm going to probably put that, in the back burner and let the 2 Earls roll with it on their channel. And you can get your fix in for that. But rather than overload with Strat, thought I would kind of go a different direction and do some different games and get some variety out there and see what everybody thinks. And if you like the fictional set, I can certainly focus more on that. If you prefer the 87 Braves, I can focus more on getting that replay going again. I'm up to game 65 now, I think. Or if you like the minor league sets or games, I can finish off the IL for 2002, get those made up. I might do those for my own anyway, just for my own benefit, because it was kind of fun. It brought back memories just playing this game. I don't remember all the players because it's been 15 years ago, but I do remember quite a few of them. And especially, well, the Braves, of course, I remember all of them, but even on Durham, I remember quite a few of those players. So lots of varieties and different choices, and that's the fun part of the hobby, is you can kind of go in whatever direction you want and do whatever floats your boat, as the saying goes. I think if you're like me and other people are doing videos, you don't really necessarily, well, you might, but you don't necessarily like or dislike a particular game that's put on a video. It's just the fact there's a video out there of being able to watch someone roll dice and play a game is entertaining and something good you want to watch. I know it is for me. I mean, I don't care what the Earls play. I'll watch it because I enjoy watching the videos. And that's the same with anybody else, whether it be Espo or I know I'm forgetting people, whether it be Espo or whether it be Phantomatic or whoever the case may be. If they're out there putting on a video, and it's baseball, I'll most likely watch it, no matter what the game is. So I know everybody has their favorites, but I mean, it's almost like, to me, it's almost like pizza. I mean, there's almost no such thing as a bad pizza. So it's almost no such thing as a bad board game, baseball-wise, for a video. I mean, no matter what it is, it's going to probably be at least decent at worst, and be really good at best. So as I've rambled on enough now, hopefully, I will go ahead and call it a day on Saturday afternoon, almost evening now, and get ready for tonight's activities. Tomorrow being Mother's Day, have to get ready for that as well. And hopefully you all have, if you still have a mother that's living, have gotten her something, or going to go visit her or call her if she's far away. And you only have one mother, so enjoy having her while she's still around, because there'll be one day when she's not. So I know my father's no longer around, so my mother is my only parent that's still living. So I definitely cherish that, and want to take advantage of that as much as I can. So that's going to do it from here. Again, the final score, Richmond 2, Durham 1, on opening day at the Diamond, 2002 style, April 4th, 2002. And it was a nail-biter, as Richmond got a run in the 7th on an infield single, thanks to Troy Blades not being strict and allowing that base runner to be safe. That pretty much was the difference in the ball game, or else we'd still be tied right now, playing extra innings. So hope you all have a great weekend. Hope you all have a wonderful time playing whatever game you choose to play and whatever way you choose to play it. And until next time, as usual, I will see you down the road.